I did lose a friend, and for our church, it's really tender, so I don't feel like I should talk about her yet. But yeah, I did lose a friend who did not get out in time.
I'm looking at the chimney of somebody that I loved who died there. It's too awful to talk about. It's just kind of unimaginable. And
Hollywood is on fire, both literally and figuratively. Two of the industry's biggest stars, Jennifer Garner and Jennifer Lopez, are at the heart of a storm shaking up social media and sparking intense debates. On one side, we have Jennifer Garner, stepping into action with heartfelt boots-on-the-ground relief efforts. Viral clips show her delivering supplies, comforting families, and serving meals to first responders. Fans are hailing her as a true hero. But then there's Jennifer Lopez, the queen of glam in business, whose fundraising campaign for wildfire relief has struck a much different chord. Her high-end approach, selling $200 t-shirts and $500 designer water bottles, has sparked outrage, with critics calling it tone-deaf and out of touch. The contrast between these two approaches is impossible to ignore. And here's the real question. Are we simply seeing two stars with different styles, or is there a deeper rivalry brewing beneath the surface? Both Jennifers have massive followings, shared connections, and very distinct public images. Could this be more than just a coincidence? Let's dive into the details, because this story has layers you won't want to miss. First, let's take a moment to understand the scale of the tragedy. The LA wildfires have left behind unimaginable destruction. 25 lives have been lost, thousands of families have been forced to flee their homes, and entire neighborhoods, once vibrant and full of life, are now nothing but ash and rubble. It's a scene straight out of a nightmare, with communities struggling to pick up the pieces in the aftermath.
Catastrophe in California. A Los Angeles disaster movie roars to life.
I can't go, bro. 51 years, man, I've been in this house.
These fires haven't just claimed homes, they've disrupted lives, shattered dreams, and left countless people wondering how to start over. Relief efforts have poured in, with first responders, volunteers, and everyday heroes working around the clock. Yet, in times like these, the spotlight naturally shifts to Hollywood's elite, those with the influence and resources to make a real impact. Enter Jennifer Garner and Jennifer Lopez, two stars who've used their platforms to get involved. Garner has taken a hands-on approach, getting directly involved with relief efforts on the ground. However, Lopez's strategy has centered on leveraging her global brand to raise funds. But are the funds to donate or to profit? Let's find out. Jennifer Lopez is no stranger to the spotlight, but this time, it's for all the wrong reasons. In what appeared to be a selfless move, J.Lo canceled multiple major TV appearances, including The View, Live with Kelly and Mark, and The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, to, as her team claimed, focus on wildfire relief. Admirable? At first glance, yes. But was it truly a sacrifice for the greater good, or something more self-serving? Let's break it down. Instead of using her reported billions to make a direct, meaningful impact, J.Lo asked her fans to donate through a link she shared online. And not just any fans, her core audience includes working-class individuals already struggling with rising living costs. As if that weren't enough, she tied her campaign to exclusive merchandise, featuring $200 designer t-shirts and $500 crystal-encrusted water bottles. Critics have called it a tone-deaf cash grab, with some questioning whether the canceled appearances were less about charity and more about controlling the narrative. Why skip The Tonight Show if the solution was just a donation link? One viral tweet asked. Another chimed in. She could write one check to rebuild entire neighborhoods, but instead, she's pitching overpriced merch to her fans. And with backlash swirling, comparisons have already been made to the Maui wildfire controversy involving Oprah and The Rock, who faced similar heat for asking the public to donate instead of using their vast fortunes.
Every person who called me and said, "What can I do?" This is what you can do. The People's Fund of Maui.
Fans are questioning the timing, the strategy, and whether this campaign was more about her public image than actual relief efforts. By canceling appearances, did J.Lo aim to portray herself as prioritizing philanthropy, or was this a calculated way to stay in the headlines amid growing skepticism? Well, let's see how America's sweetheart handled the situation. Jennifer Garner has taken an entirely different path, one that's earning her widespread praise and admiration. Garner has teamed up with the nonprofit organization World Central Kitchen to provide direct aid to those affected by the devastating wildfires. And when we say hands-on, we mean it. Garner has been personally delivering meals to first responders and displaced families, often stepping out of a branded van with supplies in hand, ready to lend her support.
Because of my work with Save the Children, we have a relationship with Chef, and I was able to just say, can I be with you for the day? What can I do to help put me to work?
This isn't just a photo op. Garner has been working shoulder to shoulder with volunteers, showing genuine compassion and dedication. In fact, her actions speak louder than any headline. One viral video captured her laughing with children at a shelter, offering a moment of joy in a time of unimaginable hardship. Another showed her unloading blankets and food, her face lined with determination and empathy. In a recent interview, Garner opened up about witnessing the destruction firsthand. Fighting back tears, she said, "0% of this is about me. I have my home and I'm safe. But so many people have lost everything." Her humility struck a chord with fans, many of whom have taken to social media to call her a real-life superhero and the kind of role model we need. And as this story unfolds, the public's support for her couldn't be more evident. But how does this approach shape the ongoing narrative between the two Jennifers? Stick with us. We're breaking it all down. Enter Ben Affleck, who shares deep ties with both women, Garner as his ex-wife and mother of his children, and Lopez as his current wife, has unwittingly added fuel to the fire with his recent actions during the LA wildfires. When the flames crept dangerously close to Affleck's Pacific Palisades estate, where did he go for safety? Not to J-Lo's luxurious Beverly Hills home. Instead, reports claim he evacuated to Jennifer Garner's Brentwood residence, where their children were staying. While some might chalk this up to co-parenting practicality, fans and tabloids have been quick to speculate. Could this choice reveal where Affleck feels most at ease in times of crisis? Social media has lit up with fans weighing in. One user wrote, "Garner provides the stability Ben needs. No wonder he turned to her first." Another commented, "J-Lo's glitz is great for the spotlight, but when the heat is on, Ben goes back to Garner." Whether fair or not, these reactions have sparked a wave of speculation that goes beyond just wildfire safety. It's no secret that Garner's down-to-earth nature has long been a stabilizing force in Affleck's life. During the wildfires, her hands-on relief efforts have only deepened that image. Compare that to J-Lo's high-profile yet detached approach, and it's no wonder people are questioning where Affleck feels more at home, both figuratively and literally. Was this evacuation choice purely for the kids, or does it hint at something deeper? Jennifer Lopez's wildfire fundraising efforts aren't the only thing sparking backlash. As public scrutiny intensifies, old stories about her alleged stinginess and diva-like behavior are resurfacing, further chipping away at her carefully curated image. One infamous story making the rounds involves a night out at a casino with Ben Affleck. Affleck, known for his generosity, reportedly tipped a casino worker a jaw-dropping $110,000, a life-changing amount for most people. But here's the twist. J-Lo allegedly stepped in, reclaimed the cash, and left only a fraction of the original tip behind. This story has reignited debates about her generosity, or lack thereof, with critics pointing to it as another example of her controlling nature. And then there's the viral clip that refuses to fade from memory. In it, J-Lo casually spits her gum into her assistant's hand while strolling down a New York street. Fans didn't hold back, flooding social media with comments like rude, disrespectful, and the epitome of entitlement. While some brushed it off as an isolated moment, others saw it as a troubling glimpse into her real personality. Stories like these, combined with her recent fundraising controversy, are doing little to help her reputation. Instead, they're painting a picture of a star who, despite her immense wealth and influence, may not be as grounded or generous as her public persona suggests. Is this the beginning of a long-term reputation hit, or will she find a way to turn things around? With the public watching closely, her next moves will be critical. Don't go anywhere. We've got more to uncover about this Hollywood drama. In sharp contrast to the criticism surrounding Jennifer Lopez, Jennifer Garner's golden reputation only seems to shine brighter. For years, Garner has been celebrated as one of Hollywood's most down-to-earth and relatable stars, and her recent wildfire relief efforts have only reinforced that image.
And we are going to have to be God's hands in trying to serve each other and serve our community.
This is the woman who once gave her socks to a man in a wheelchair during a flight because he was cold. The woman who has stayed on good terms with former colleagues, showing gratitude and humility long after the cameras stopped rolling. Garner's life is filled with stories like these. Little moments that show her kindness isn't just for show. She doesn't just talk about helping others, she lives it every single day. Fans have been flooding social media with praise, calling her the real deal and the celebrity we actually want to root for. Her hands-on work during the wildfires, personally delivering meals, comforting victims, and assisting volunteers has made her a shining example of authenticity in an industry often criticized for being out of touch. Garner's humility and actions have created a stark contrast with J-Lo's high-profile but divisive approach to the same crisis. It's a gap that grows wider with every heartfelt gesture from Garner, further cementing her place as Hollywood's sweetheart. In a world where image often overshadows substance, Jennifer Garner continues to prove that kindness and authenticity never go out of style. Whether it's helping a stranger or stepping up in a crisis, she's a reminder that being relatable and real is what truly resonates. And as public opinion increasingly sides with Garner, one thing is clear: her golden reputation isn't just intact, it's glowing. So, what's the real story behind Jennifer Lopez's wildfire relief campaign? On the surface, it looks like a heartfelt effort to aid those in need, but with public backlash piling up, many are questioning whether it's less about generosity and more about damage control. Let's not forget, this isn't the first time Lopez's actions have raised eyebrows. Her high-priced merchandise and public call for donations have led critics to accuse her of being out of touch, especially given her vast wealth. And with stories about her alleged stinginess resurfacing, some argue this campaign feels more like an attempt to soften her image rather than a genuine push to help wildfire victims. But Jennifer Garner's hands-on approach has drawn praise for its authenticity and sincerity. Fans see her as someone truly putting others first, working on the ground to make a tangible impact. In comparison, JLo's glitzy fundraising efforts feel distant, even performative. Does Garner's visible humility only serve to highlight Lopez's perceived disconnect? Now it's your turn to weigh in. Do you think Jennifer Lopez's wildfire relief campaign is driven by genuine compassion, or does it feel like just another calculated PR move? And what about Jennifer Garner? Has she officially claimed the title of Hollywood's most beloved star with her down-to-earth and heartfelt efforts? We want to hear all your thoughts, so drop them in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for all the latest celeb drama. Thanks for tapping in now.